So I am thinking about how I came up in the pool game. Believe it or not, when I first came into the game, there was a lot more camaraderie instead of competition. There's a lot more guys like me willing to share information rather than withhold information. At the end of the pool season, National Pool NPS, National Pool Sales. What's the name of this? National Pool Service. I'm sorry. Nationwide Pool Service. Sorry about that. At the end of the pool season, they would invite all of the guys, all the vendors, out to a bar called Magoo's. And at this bar, drinks was on the house, food was on the house. You just had to get there in time before it closed down. You had a lot more sharing. I mean, literally, you have a guy saying, "Hey, I got 10 too many. You want them? There you go." That's where I got it from. We had a lot more camaraderie, a lot more sharing. Literally, there was no, you see commercials. Hey, if your pool guy isn't showing up, or if your pool is green, you didn't have any of those commercials going around. That came around with big corporations coming in, i.e. Tiger Shark, i.e. Priority Pools. When they had a lot of smaller guys, smaller businesses going around, you had the camaraderie, you had the friendship. I could be servicing an account and have a guy pull up next door, and it was no me trying to take that account. It was none of that going on. It was more like, man, this customer is this type of way. It's like the camaraderie was on such a level that if one of my colleagues, that I call them, needed to go on vacation, I would man their work until they got back. Think about that. They would feel safe enough for me to man their work. That's the reason why I have the name called Emergency Pool Services on the back of the truck, aside from the regular name of the business. I would man their work, run their route, run it 100%, and I would bring them in. Hey, I need some help. Well, cool. I take at that time 12 a pool. We actually need to bring that back. We actually need to bring information sharing back. We all, as professionals, need to align ourselves together. I heard one guy saying that he charges $2.25 for a bucket of tabs and then charges a flat rate. I think that's a great idea. Another guy charges a flat rate of $165 in Vegas and does the same thing that you do. Makes them go pick up their tabs. We're all going to come from different business models. It's kind of like how I'm sharing how, hey, as soon as November 1st hits, I go to every other week. And that's no shade on me for going every other week. Another pool company can't come in and say, well, we service every week. No, that pool company needs to come in and be like, well, shoot, I need to do the same thing. How did you get to do that? Share this information with me. Let's all get on the same page within the valley. Within your state. There's enough to go around, because what you're going to have happen is, if everybody is somewhat on the same page, you're going to have less clientele hopping around. And keep this in mind, the lesser than clientele tends to hop around, because they're always looking for the cheaper service. You got the people that got this up there like that, and if you get in the door with them and they're your first, even if they're not your first, because I took on a person last week And her pool company was with her for 5 years. And do you know what I did? I still tried to say, hey, are you sure you've been with them for 5 years? Well, no, the big dissatisfier was the plaster coming up, the painting of the pool, blah. And at that time, I'm not going to twist you and say no. But I asked people, I said, are you sure? Are you sure? Because what I don't want to have happen is I don't want you to get to me and then, turn me around. And we'll talk about that in a later video, how some people, one woman 1 year, she brought my service aboard, found me upon a Groupon, and she said, well, I've had 5 pool guys within a short period of time. And I literally looked at her and I said, I'm going to be the 6th. And here's the thing, I did everything by the book. From me texting her, hey, I'm about to arrive, from me even doing services that I didn't, that the ad didn't say I did. She was signing up for Kim only service. But I still cleaned the whole entire pool. And guess what? I still was, this is not working out. And that's the reason why I throw a contract out there now. But that's for another video.